My name is Tammon Cole. I'm a Memphian. I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. I began gambling in the year of 1985. I gambled for approximately 20 to 22 years of my life, on and off gambling. My game of choice in reference to gambling were the dog races, Southland Greyhound Dog Track, and also horse races. And when I would get to the racetrack, normally, sometime I would buy a book, and you sit, and the closer it would become 7:30 or come to the time of 7:30, the adrenaline. It was as if you were actually getting a rush, and the closer the clock ticked down, and then you would have to decide what you were going to bet, the type of bet, go to the window. Initially, and I tell anybody, it began as a hobby. I've never been a drinker. I've never been a smoker. I've never been one who went to clubs, but I've always had a competitive nature. I have two children. I have a son that's now 15 years old. I have a daughter that's 18 years old. And when I say we, my daughter and my son, we have had 10 different addresses within the last 13 years of their life. And basically, a lot of them were because I did not pay the rent. I didn't pay it on time. I didn't pay it, or I would spend my money, was not able to pay it. The problems that it caused in my life, divorce. My first marriage, I was married 8 years, caused divorce. It caused a sense of mistrust with people that you truly, truly love. It led to me missing a lot of really special moments, not only with my kids, but with my great-grandmother. They would have birthday parties. I wouldn't show up because I was gambling. What led me to hit rock bottom was I got frustrated with my church. I was running not only from my church family, running from my own family, my own environment. And it had come to a point where I was just so devastated about the things that I had done, and it appeared that my whole life was crumbling. This home that we're standing in front of now is very significant. This is where I actually reached my rock bottom in reference to my gambling addiction. I lived in this house actually for approximately 2 to 3 months with no utilities. No one knew that I was living here without utilities, and it was all because I had not paid my responsibilities and paid my bill. At the present time, I'm an associate minister at Pearly Gate Missionary Baptist Church. When I did decide to change, I tried to change. And when I tried to change, it did not last long. So my experience was through the help of God. It took a higher power. I am a Baptist Christian belief. I believe that God has control of my life. I believe that I have a purpose in life. I know that God called me for a reason, and my ministry is to give people hope, to encourage single women especially. I've been in church all of my life. I just finally realized what my purpose was, and I had to take this journey in order to get to where I needed to be. Oh, it feels good. It feels so good to be free from addiction. Not only the addiction, but from the lying. It's a freedom. It really is. And the more you express and talk about it, it makes me feel so wonderful. I feel that my life has a purpose, that God has chosen me to put a face on gambling, to talk about and be real about the damage that it causes not only to the individual but to other people. I've lived and I know the devastation. And if I can help one person not to live that kind of lifestyle, not to take your children through that kind of lifestyle, not to take the people that you love through that kind of lifestyle, it's worth me standing and talking and telling people the truth and not be ashamed of it. Tell people all the time, it starts as a hobby, it turns into a habit. You go through hell, then there's a healing, and at the end you can say hallelujah.